Former Gabonese President Ali Bongo's wife has been arrested. Sylvia Bongo Ondimba Valentin faces charges of money laundering, forgery and falsification of records. She had been under house arrest since the coup in August, which ousted her husband. We're now joined by Fidel Amakye, a security analyst. Thank you very much, Fidel, for your time this afternoon. What do we know about this latest piece of information in terms of the former First Lady's arrest? Do we call her the former First Lady even?
Right. Yeah. So she was the former First Lady of Gabon, the Republic of Gabon. And since the coup in the last weeks, we have seen that a lot has changed in Gabon, not as in the impact on the public, but in terms of governance. This was the First Lady who was married to the son of a leader who ruled Gabon for decades, Alhaji Umar Bongo. And his husband took over after his father died. And so the First Lady has been very powerful, like many First Ladies across the African continent and even beyond. This news about Israel, we heard that Sarah Netanyahu's wife, is playing so much role in the governance of Israel. And so in Africa, we have same thing where First Ladies have this kind of influence over their husbands. And in Gabon, she was not very popular in the sense that with the country being the third richest on the continent in terms of per capita income, many Gabonese, or about a third of Gabonese, live below the poverty line. And so, supporting the husband in that direction, she was not popular. And so when this coup happened, I wrote that perhaps there will be some scapegoats, or there's going to be what we call scapegoatism in politics, where somebody must be punished for the decades of misrule and corruption in Gabon. And while her husband has been left off the hook, herself and their first son and some other ministers have been held responsible. And so the current news of Madame Sylvia being jailed is not surprising.
What do we know about Madame Sylvia? Did she work at state institutions? Did she own businesses? Were monies funneled from the government coffers towards her lifestyle? What do we know about her?
Yeah, so basically it has been part of the larger corruption in Gabon. You know, this is an elitist community where the few at the top gain so much from the people. The oil, timber, huge resources that is found in that country has benefited the few elites. And Madame Sylvia Bongo has been at the top or at the pinnacle of this elite because she's the First Lady of the country. And she called the shots. She's lived a lavish lifestyle. She has properties in Europe, in the country, and beyond. I mean, she calls the shots. If you cross her path, you are likely to be fired. And in fact, the husband himself had this kind of health issues with stroke and other health issues. So basically, or virtually, she was the de facto head of state of that country. And so the issue of money laundering and falsification of documents is something that the regime or the current regime can easily find evidence to. And just like in other African countries, like in Cameroon and other places, this is very common. And so finding evidence and witnesses against the former First Lady is not going to be difficult at all.
Do we know if she's under house arrest or she's in a prison facility?
Yeah, well, she's been sentenced, she's been jailed. But as in her location currently, I cannot tell whether she's going to be with the ordinary prison services in Gabon or she's going to be still under house arrest. Already, some people feel that the junta has treated this the outgone government with kid gloves because the junta itself was part of the elite. And so Madame Sylvia's husband, Omar Ali Bongo, has been asked to either seek medical attention abroad and be free around the country. However, with herself and their son, their first son, with other ministers, they are not going to be left off the hook. So definitely something will be done, but as to whether they are going to join the prison, the ordinary prisons in the country, or they are going to, their jail is going to be under house arrest, that is also another thing that we are going to look into.
Fidel, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Fidel Amakye Owusu is a security analyst.